back to another episode of Pretty Privilege.
Woo.
Episode 3. What?
Yeah.
We made it to episode 3.
You done now.
Yeah,
We
I'm
did.
gonna say extra. But oh wait, I feel like I should introduce myself. I'm April,
I'm Denise.
And I'm Brooke.
and we are Pretty Privilege.
Yeah.
How's everyone? I'm cold. If anyone cares.
So am I.
Same.
Freezing.
I'm also hungry. If anyone cares.
So am I.
I heard
Same.
there was chicken coming, but I don't know.
I'm sprung. I'm joking.
You wasn't joking.
No, I am.
You are sprung or you are joking.
But anyway, moving forward.
How's you guys' week been?
Long. So I sound really negative today.
I don't think it's the week even started. It's the first day. No?
Well, your week.
Oh,
Working week.
Working week.
mine's been good.
Okay.
Hectic, but good.
How's yours been?
Good. Just got back from Poland.
Oh, nice. How was that?
It was alright.
That's random.
Very
Is it
random.
cold there?
Do you know what? It was colder in London. More colder in London than it was over there.
Is it?
Really?
Yeah. It was like about 12 degrees. We checked. It was like 12 degrees over there, and then in London at the time it was like 3 or
What?
4. Yeah.
Who's we?
You know. I
Mind
don't even
your
want to go in.
business.
My friend.
But who did you roll with?
my friend. Yeah.
Okay, I
Friend.
hear you.
Oh, talking of mans, topic for today. This is a man's world. That sounds good, innit?
Very.
That sounds
So, in regards to that,
Mhm.
what sort of issues do you feel that, well, I guess we can speak on a personal level, which would make sense, that you feel that you encounter, yeah, thank you. I'm not quite there today. Encounter in like your working environment or the industry, if you're in the industry. What kind of issues do you feel like you've dealt with?
I don't know. I wouldn't say I've actually dealt with any because I feel as though although I work in construction, which is
Male dominated.
the role that I do,
What
it's
do you do,
usually
sorry?
I'm a legal secretary.
Oh, okay.
So it's usually kind of it's a woman's type
Position.
field, yeah. Although I work kind of in there,
But your boss above you is a man, right?
yeah, and
So-
the boss above him is a man. So to be honest, I don't know. I love it. Do you know what I love about working in the kind of that industry is the fact that like us as women, sometimes I feel like there's a lot of bitchiness that goes on within the workplace. But you go into work or even like women hold on to things. So something may have happened in the personal life and you get into work and they kind of hold it and then kind of unleash at work. But I feel like with men, it's always jokes. It's like jokes consistently throughout the day. There's never a down. Like, do you know what? Before I worked in construction, I've never gone into work and just been happy to go into work. But ever since I've worked in construction, because I know it's like men and they just laugh and they talk shit and they talk about women and I'm just like, I learn something new every day with them. But it's just a nice working environment personally.
But then also, I would have thought that like in an industry like that it was quite because there's so many men that they would be a bit like inappropriate and stuff.
Very inappropriate.
Does that not bother you in the working place?
No, not at all. Not at all.
I know, but like your body's like banging as well.
you
So
know-
like, how do you feel?
Yeah, what do you wear to work actually?
I wear. Do you know what? It depends because sometimes I'm based in head office, or sometimes I'll go onto site. And on site, it's like you see all the workmen, and they look at you like
And
they're
they're high vis.
yeah, and it's like
They're bum crack out.
you would think that they're in prison the way that they act when they see a woman come onto site. But it is a bit like they look at you in certain ways. But I just go there to work, and yeah, I like it. What about you?
I don't know. Like, I just feel like, because I'm a bit of a tomboy anyway.
Yeah,
So I don't really.
I feel like you blend in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't really feel any type of way, and I'm quite bossy, and I understand life and money and stuff like that. So no one ain't cutting me short. But I do see how, like, it is like generally men do always get paid more. Men get taken more seriously than females, but. I don't know. I'm not saying if I was more sexy, if it would be a difference, but.
But do you feel as though like, do you know anyone in the industry who does the exact same role as you do, but they're probably taken more seriously than you, or they're probably given information faster than you, and you're like the last to know about it or stuff like that?
I don't know. I don't think so.
No.
I'm smart. I'll grit my teeth, boy. Listen, that's enough. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't know. I feel like, I don't know. It depends. It is basically when you're a female and you're a bit young, like early 20s.
Yeah.
in a lot of industries,
Yep.
you might not get taken too seriously. But when you start getting a bit older and you boss up a bit, you kind of like, I suppose you've earned your way. Like, you've
Have no
built
choice but to
yeah.
take it seriously.
So I'm at that stage where
Good.
I'm in my 30s now. So everyone's taking me seriously because I'm not actually a young girl. I'm a grown-ass woman. Do you know what I mean? And I know what I'm talking about all the time. But I don't know. I still think it is really a thing though. Like, even if you look at like the music industry, I don't think there's probably one or two female label heads. It's a male thing. Even when it comes to artist managers and stuff, it's a mainly male thing. Most of the roles behind the scenes music industry, it's mainly males. It's not always females, but I don't know if that's because females don't want to do it, or if it's, do you know what I mean? But I feel like
to get in the door.
Yeah, it's like males get taken way more seriously. They're more aggressive. They're more assertive, and those roles you do have to be very aggressive, very assertive.
But do you feel as though people look at you a certain way? Like, you know, I feel like a lot of the time they're quick to taint black women as aggressive. And do you feel as though it's kind of equal? Like, when you go in there, your aggression, is it taken completely out of context in comparison to your male counterparts?
Yeah, and sometimes your aggression, you sound aggressive, but it's actually passion. It's not even like, you're not even, because even me, sometimes when I'm talking about stuff, I get so passionate, it can come across like, not angry, but it's like, oh my God, she's going in. But it's like, it's passion. I'm talking from my heart or from something I feel passionate about. Do you get me? But I don't know, man. Because even when I think about it in my modelling experience days, like when I was taking modelling quite serious, males do actually still get paid more than females. And we're like, I feel like we are the main thing. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. But it's a bit, and then as a female, you have to deal with the male photographer. Then you have to deal with the male. Yeah. It's like, do you know what I mean? It's a bit orcs, like.
That was kind of like, because I've done quite a few music videos, that was kind of my like issue being on set, because I feel like I go there, like, I'm getting paid to be here, so like, it's a job. Yeah. So like I kind of felt, I don't know, like I always just felt like there was always someone to be a bit inappropriate. I don't know if it's because of the nature of the role, or because I'm a woman, but I just felt like, well, I'm at work, would you think it's appropriate to speak to me like that if I was if I'm at a 9 to 5? Because you can't. I know. Do you know what I mean?
That's why even when I've done like 2-3 videos here and there, I don't take on them any role that I feel like it's gonna be. But anything like I won't take it on. I don't know why. Maybe it's because my son's big and all of this stuff. He watches a lot of videos. I have a big family. Like I have people like just being like, "What video? You're twerking in the video?" Yeah, do you know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like I only take on roles when it's like female empowerment more so than sex symbol. But do you know what? I don't video vixen roles. Do you get me?
But I think it's just even just being in a video. It's still whether you're that stigma of like your video or a video hoe or
100%,
whatever they call it.
100%. I got stick from the video I did the other day. Like I had a few friends ringing me like, "Why did you do that? You didn't have to do that. You don't have to do that no more." I was
what
like,
do you mean?
First of all, what are you implying here? What's going on?
Yeah.
Oh, you've gone back to do videos and that. Yeah, you're a model again. No, actually, I was acting. Yeah, number one. The video was 9 minutes. Yeah, it's not no 3-minute video. Number two, it wasn't sexually like, it wasn't like no video vixen, and I did it for like the young black girls coming up, like to say like we're still here, we get booked, cut through, feel beautiful, like we're accepted in this thing as well. I did it more so for those reasons than anything. And I was lucky enough to look decent in it, but that wasn't like
the main.
I don't have like the best body, like where I'm walking, I can actually walk around in the video in a thong or something like that. Do you know what I mean? But it will always have that stigma.
That's not what you want to do either, because of the fact you have a big son.
Yeah, no, but my mum was good, you know how to take it. But no. It still has that stigma, like you're saying. Like, even if you just wave in the video, like, video girl.
Yeah.
Give me a break, man. Let me live life.
Yeah, you can live
Next time I see all the man them in them shots where they're all behind the eyes, I'm going to be like, video boy, yeah? Why are you there?
Do you feel like our opportunities as women are, like, limited? I feel like because I'm young, I don't know if I've really. I find it hard to say whether or not I feel like my opportunities are limited, because I feel like I haven't really lived that much life yet. Yeah. But obviously, you two are a bit older, so do you feel like?
I think it's the day and age right now of women. Like women are everywhere. Women are winning. Women are independent. Women have come out of that shell, that whole old-fashioned stigma where you stay at home and cook and clean. Women are even doing cooking and cleaning, but still getting the bag. Do you know what I mean? So it's like.
But I feel like women have always been doing that. It's just they didn't have like great jobs, because I feel like my mum, she was a mum. She was cooking and cleaning. She was, do you know what I mean? Then had like 2 other side hustle jobs. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like women have always been doing that, but I feel like now the jobs that women are getting,
because women are educating themselves.
Yeah, are better jobs than just being a cleaner or
100%.
like back in the day. Because I think everyone's parent was not everybody, but if you can relate, you can relate.
No, I definitely do feel as though in this day and age, and luckily I work for a good company that kind of they kind of rally behind women, so women in construction and things like that. So it's a lot of that. They push you forward. Like I've seen like women who probably have started as something like an admin, and then they've gone on to do like other things.
Yeah,
exactly. Roles, yeah. So it's good seeing that. I don't feel as though, with me personally, because of the fact that I do my thing on the side, I've always kind of, not that I've been comfortable, but I've always kind of, I've enjoyed my position. Again, I didn't start as that, but I've kind of worked my way up too. And I'd say that there's a lot of room, I think, in this age, as we said, they are making way for women to climb the ladder. So, yeah.
Do you think it would make sense for us to be, like, equal with men?
Yeah.
No.
What, equal pay?
Like, just equal like everything
in
in life.
roles.
Yeah, in society, do you feel like if our roles were balanced equally, do you think it would make sense?
No, I don't think so, because I actually feel like gender roles are there for a purpose. I feel like in this day and age, no one's respecting each other's roles. I mean, in terms of pay, yes, I believe that it should be equal. But then when we come out of the workplace and we're just talking about in day-to-day living, I feel as though a man is a man and a woman is a woman, and that's why I feel like there's so much conflict in this day and age with, I don't even want to say, but there's everyone wants to be everyone, and that's why now you can't even refer to her as a she. She's and no one's respecting it. If people respected it, I don't think that wouldn't be able to.
No, that's true.
Yeah,
what is it?
That.
The
gender neutral.
Apparently, it's like 26 now. What are
there's
they taking a piss, bro?
What?
There's more than 3. It should be girl, boy, or the one in the middle. That's it. Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
No, literally, my mum went into Primark the other day. No, listen, my mum went into Primark the other day, and she was saying that she went to try on some clothes. She went into Primark. Sorry, I said she went into Primark. She went into Primark, tried some clothes on, and you know usually they have the male and female, but it was taken down. So she said that she went into one. No, there was a man in front of her, and he went into it, and she said, "No, this is not the women's.
Yeah,
that's not the men. This is the women's section. This isn't the men's." And then the woman who obviously takes them, she said, "No, we don't have that anymore."
Are you joking?
Yeah. She said we don't have it anymore. But because of the fact that my mum had kind of raised her concerns, the man, it's like he got angry and just went. So it makes you think, what did he actually go in there for if you didn't actually go in there to fulfill your purpose of trying on those clothes?
Yeah.
So what were you...
No, they're bare sensitive, you know, than people who care if they're she or not. They're really sensitive, you know. How you address them, everything. They want...
No, you can't.
I don't want smoke. I don't want to get peppered in the comments.
Sorry, you can't have. I just feel
you can't have gender neutral. An opinion. That's just with this whole thing these days. No one can have an opinion. Especially, I was watching the interview of Piers Morgan, and he said something along the lines of, "If I want to identify as a two-spirited penguin, I should be free to do so." And the man was like, "It doesn't work like that." And I was like, "Okay, so how can you tell him
but
how
it works for you?
But it works." You know, and again, I think the whole gender roles and whatnot, I feel like it makes society what it is.
So it makes sense to women be women and men be not like that, but you do your role as a man and you do your role as a woman.
I feel as though, like, you know, when everyone says they want a traditional man and whatnot, I want a traditional man.
So are you happy to be a stay-at-home wife?
No, but then that's where I feel like you can kind of...
I would. I enjoy cooking
if he's providing, right?
Oh yeah, of course. I'm not going to be in the house broke. What am I cooking and cleaning for? I need to go out
bread
and work.
And noodles.
Do you know what I mean? Bread and noodles. I need to go out and work.
Exactly. No, I feel as though I would be a stay-at-home mother if I had a man who provided. But then also there's things that I like, that I'm into, that I'd love to be able to nurture and create and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I'd be all for it. But I'd be for it if the man was a provider. What I think men should be.
So that would make sense. I don't know who would stay at home.
No,
your man's
but there is people like that.
And their man's not.
Listen,
I have friends who maybe they're not married, but they stay at home. They have an allowance. They have big allowances.
No, but she's saying not being provided for.
You're not being provided for.
What are you staying at home for?
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
But my cousin's friend literally sold all her shit. Sold all her stuff moved back to Nigeria with her kid, and the man's here, husband's here. He sends her like £200 a month. She's struggling. So me and my cousin were like, why did she do that? Like, why did she do that to herself?
What?
And we can't understand it. She was saying that she told her before she left, don't do it. But now she's over there, she's proper suffering. And I was like, why don't you just come home? But she's like, they've sold everything.
What did she think that it was going to be a better life over there? Or
I'm guessing so. But the man's
It doesn't always work, I suppose, being a stay-at-home wife. Because, do you know what I mean? The moment you break up now, the person's just gone with everything. You're just left.
Yeah, but I feel like
it's better to get your bread.
In my head, not that I would do this, because I just feel like I would never want to put myself in a position for anyone to take everything from me. Yeah. But I've forgotten what I was going to say now.
What Brilliant. You would do, you pocket some money, right?
Save some.
Yeah. Why not?
No, but half of these controlling guys won't even allow you to save money.
How are you?
Some of them are weird. Like, you'd be surprised. Like, do you know how many women have dated like mad rich men, and when they leave, they literally have nothing. Because men are smart as well, especially when they're that powerful. A lot of them are controlling. Yeah. So they will pay for everything. Yeah. Like, pay the rent, pay all the bills, pay your car stuff. You're going to do your hair. How much is your hair? 500. Oh, you want this bag? I'll buy the bag.
But there are some men that
there's some that give you, but even then, trust me, they're giving you just about enough to do everything you need to do. There's no room to save.
What? Even if I've got your child, you...
There's some. I think
there's some. That's what I'm saying. But it's a high majority of them that are not. But yeah, what about? How do you guys feel about people who sleep their way to the top?
Do you know what? I'm not one to judge. Like, get your money however you want to get your money. Like, I've never been someone like, I don't criticize sex workers if that's what puts money on their table for them to feed their family, feed their kids.
Yeah, same. I'm not watching them.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't really care. Like, as long as you don't hurt.
Just don't get finesse, because sometimes you'll be thinking, I'm gonna shag this producer. I'm gonna get a top 10 hit.
And he doesn't do shit.
And he doesn't even deliver. Yeah. Or I'm gonna shag this guy and get promoted, and it doesn't even happen. And then your body count has gone.
Yeah. Oh, no, do you know my issue?
You can't delete it.
My issue with that is because personally, I don't agree with that at all. I just feel like your body's your temple, and I just feel like you can't, like, having sex with someone's like a really like intimate spiritual. Do you know what I mean? Like, soul ties are a real thing. So I just feel like as a woman, you should. If you like the person, that's cool. If you like 5 people at the same time, you decide to sleep with them. To me, that makes more sense than just allowing someone to pay for your without you don't care. You just. You know what I mean?
But you know what? I believe exactly the same thing. Like, I genuinely believe that you should be careful who you let into you. You know. But again, if a woman chooses what she's gonna do,
of course,
I wouldn't look down on her.
No,
I just wouldn't.
As long as you own it, though, because my thing as well. Yeah. Don't say that you're doing it because you can't get a job. You can get a job. You just want an easy route. Just say you want an easy route, because that's what you're doing. You want an easy route. Say you want an easy route. Live your best life, but don't say I can't get a job. Trust me, I've been in and out of jobs. My friends say to me, "I'm a hoe with the jobs." I am. When I don't like,
it just shows.
Leave, go get something new.
You actually can. Yeah. And I'm a strong believer in, like, if you don't have the education, work your way up. Like,
of course.
If it's something you're really good at, you're gonna shine through anyway. Do you know what I'm trying to say? And you're better off having your dignity and respect.
But then, do you know what? A lot of people. You say find something you're good at. A lot of people don't. A lot of people don't know their purpose.
But I feel like a lot of people don't even try and find their purpose.
Exactly, it's fine. Your purpose can come at any time. I don't think there's an age to it. No. I've seen people switch careers in their late 30s and it works out for them and they're happy and it's flourishing. So I don't feel like there's any, like, God will send it to you when it's ready, or you will accept your purpose when you figure your shit out. Do you know what I mean? But sleeping your way to the top, girls, please.
It doesn't work.
Don't do it, because it's just long. It's dead.
I just feel like you can't look at yourself. Like, I don't know, some people, maybe they are able to look at themselves, but me personally, how I would feel, I think, if I did that, I don't think I'd be able to look at myself in the mirror. Yeah, it's like, I think even certain women, like when I've watched programs and stuff, so some women say that the first time that they exchanged money for sex, they felt so dirty. And that's how I think I'd feel in the mirror, like looking at myself, just like, did I really just do that for this?
Yeah,
you know, it's just.
But what if it was a 50 million?
Don't be trying to put a high price on it.
Listen,
everyone has a
price.
It
was like, all right, come. The head of BBC said he's gonna take over this podcast today. we give it to him, and he's gonna give us 50 million each. Who's the one who's gonna?
Not me, boy. Shotgun. I'm not taking that L. You lot better do rock paper
No, but
scissors for
can
that one.
I ask a question? If he's good looking,
Yeah, Wavy's a pengers.
if he's good looking,
Yeah.
he's got a nice body,
Yeah.
abs and everything.
Can you,
everything I
Everything.
like.
can you
Cracking.
work your way into it? Do you have to do it there and then? Can
Yeah,
I get
obviously
to
he's
like
gonna
No,
take
yeah, can I?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's gonna take Brooke dinner.
yeah, I can do it.
See, I'm putting that name. I'm joking, but some people are put in them mad positions where it's not even that bad, you know.
Well,
I'm looking.
Yeah,
I
like
feel
you know,
like-
you know what you've done,
I'm
but
not
you're
talking about
like,
experience. But I just know, like, it happens. It really does happen. But good on to the people who don't
yeah.
fall for
Yeah.
that shit. I've seen my cousin like not have it, like from her early days of rapping, producers on anyone, like other managers, other A&Rs.
do you know what? I actually
She don't play. Like,
Sorry,
she's,
for those that who don't know who Denise's cousin is.
oh, Miss Banks.
Yeah,
She don't
'cause-
play. Female. She's like, she didn't. And it might have taken her a bit longer than other people,
Yeah.
but
She
look
got
at
there
her
in
now,
the
and
end.
she ain't got no one that can talk shit on her. Her journey's
And that's
clean
what you
and
need, yeah.
smooth.
That's
So
what you need.
from watching her do that, I really don't believe, especially if you are in the acting or music industry, just believe in yourself and work. Don't take the shortcut.
Funnily
So-
enough, I actually had someone kind of proposition me recently because I'm supposed to be traveling to Nigeria to do some business and with my clothing and stuff like that. So I was saying to him, would you be able to, like, he's from Nigeria, would you be able to take me around and show me people, like, network and who I can get in my clothes? And he was like, yeah, I can if you're good. So I was like,
cringe,
yeah, so
man.
If I'm good at what?
yeah, exactly. So I was like, good at what? So he was like, use your imagination.
Oh, go to
And
hell.
you know people are so
Is
blatant
he taking
with
you on a
it as
private
well.
jet? How's he getting you there?
Exactly. I'm getting
Please.
myself there and back.
Then you.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. So he was just like, yeah, if you're good, I can do that. But you know what? It's just like, personally, to me,
That's why I don't get invited to Nigeria. Bro.
no,
They
I'm
saw
just
the
like, do
attitude.
you know? No. Do you know what? I just think to myself, there'd be no reason for me to, like, even if you could do it, I can do exactly the same thing too. It might just take me a bit longer, but I'll still get there regardless.
100%.
So there's no reason for me to sell myself short by doing that when I can go. It might take me, and who knows? I could meet someone tomorrow who's just like, who could push me through that door.
Yep.
But then I'm selling myself short over here for what?
Yeah,
So-
girls, don't even worry about the what ifs. Like, just
Yeah.
do as because
long.
just no. As long as your conscience is clear, because
Yeah.
that's for me why I could never do it, because my conscience would be eating me, boy. Every day I wait, I wouldn't even be able to sleep. I wouldn't even lie to you. I actually wouldn't.
No,
I'd be
honestly,
like, oh
so
my
much.
god, do you know what you done? Like,
Yeah.
that's all that would be. I'll be a mess. So good on to you. I mean,
Thank you.
Nah. Has anyone ever experienced like any like sexual harassment at work, or like a boss or a colleague like really sticking
Many
it on
times.
you? How do you deal with that?
Many times. I
Have
had a manager who would like try and get me in the corner and shit when no
Ah,
one was in
what,
the
what,
office.
what do you mean? Did you not punch him
no,
or something?
no, I just used to push him.
No,
but
I'm
because
mad.
of the fact that me and him were really playful, I think that
Do you think
was,
that's where it stemmed
that's
from?
where I think it stemmed
yeah,
from.
but you don't cross the
The
line.
ba- yeah,
and
and
work
really
as well. If you ask my number and then I'm in your and we're messaging each other's, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Going back and forth like that, then cool.
yeah.
But if I'm at work, then deal with
No,
me
it
how
was-
you're supposed to deal with me at work. I think that's so disrespectful.
Yeah.
It is,
Rude.
and that's what I felt. I felt really disrespected by it.
Am I a
because
piece of meat?
Exactly, because you go home to your wife.
Yeah,
But
and
then
he's
but then you think that you can come into work and try and do all this stuff and like try and like swipe my hand and do
I
stuff
dare
like
somebody, bro.
that. Yeah.
I'll kick you in the throat.
Yeah, I'm on smoke. I'm on
Kick you in the
smoke.
throat.
Like totally. Like don't do that.
Yeah,
That
no.
is
I
so-
have.
Like, I'm actually here to work,
Yeah.
to get paid, and you're here harassing me.
But it happens
I've-
though.
I've
It does
suffered
It's a
happen.
thing. It's really, really a thing. Like every day happening.
It's sad. It's sad that women are kind of put in positions like that when literally all they've come to do is put food on their table.
And I guess some women as well probably get sucked in because they probably feel like, oh, if I don't go ahead with this, or if I don't
Yeah.
entertain it, then
Yeah.
I'll lose my job and
Yeah.
stuff.
And then you get some like men who feel like, oh, she dresses sexy to work all the time. She might
must
be on
want
it.
me. Yeah.
This time she's just a confident woman who
Yeah.
just likes to look good.
Yeah.
Like, and now you think you can hit on me because I've. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why I feel like when people say, she got raped because look what she was wearing, that pisses me off
Yeah,
because it's
That
like,
argument is so redundant.
do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's so like wild, like, but at the same breath, yeah, men abuse it because
They can.
They take it. They got eyes in it. They just be there.
Yeah, you can look, but you don't need to touch. Of course you can look. You have eyes. Look, but don't. That's you.
But I even think harassment is even verbal. Like you can verbally be harassed. Like a man can just keep saying like sexy things, like things that make you feel uncomfortable. He's not actually touching you or doing anything. They'll just be saying things, and then you're just like, like it's uncomfortable. But girls, if you're experiencing that, please report it.
Report it, man. Snitch.
I sound like the police.
Snitching on that one.
But yeah, report that shit.
No, you should have evidence. Have evidence first.
Yeah, film that shit, man. Put your phone, back your phone up there.
Yeah.
Because you have to think as well, like you have to be how old? What, 16 to work? So imagine being like even that young as well. Because I feel like as well, people, the younger you are, like
they prey on the vulnerable.
Yeah, because they know
it's
you're
like
young.
SPAC Nation.
Oh my god! Do you know what? Once, sorry,
how can I go from this to SPAC Nation?
Off topic. Once, I was in Bagel King, and this girl,
one of the pastors was in my head yesterday. I was looking at her like,
what? Wait, what?
SPAC Nation.
What?
I'll keep going off topic. I'm so sorry.
So yeah, they actually recruit people anywhere. I was in Bagel King one time.
And they tried to grab you, SPAC Nation?
Yes.
A boy?
No, it was a girl. I thought she was trying to move to me. I was looking at my sister like, is she trying to move to me? Like, because she was like, what, how old are you? What's your name?
They go Bagel King all the time.
Yes, they do. They come to Bagel King because they know that's where everyone,
all the young ones.
Yeah.
Oh,
and then when she's talking, I'm thinking, I'm just polite when people talk to me. I'm not rude, so I was just entertaining the conversation. And she's like, yeah, like, we've got like this service. I said, where? She said, SPAC Nation. I'm alright still. I don't even go to church. You know what I mean? I'm just more of a universe child.
But they have, like, I heard there's male pastors there who are preying on young vulnerable girls, putting them in the trap house, making you get loans, this, allegedly, allegedly.
I saw a girl saying something about, you need to take out your loan, my pastor needs this for his
That's
thing.
the one that was in my hair shop.
Oh. I saw that. Do you know what? The funniest thing is I saw it and I thought it was a joke. So I've swiped past it. Then my cousin come home later on that day and she was telling me about it. And then I was like, was that real?
It's a thing,
and she
man.
said, yeah, it's real.
Have you never heard of it?
It's like
I've heard of
grooming.
them,
It's like
but I just thought it
grooming.
was a joke.
Oh, no, it's real.
And can you imagine being a young, vulnerable person,
They take them to Nando's
no
and
money, or like you come from like a broken home, no one really listens to you at home, then you find these people.
But,
Lord, you're fried.
I mean, with all the kind of the gossip that's going on around regarding them, aren't children like people smart enough to be like, okay, this is...
You have to put yourself in a very vulnerable person's shoes.
But you know what? I know it's so hard for me to do.
It's like grooming, innit? You're constant. That's why all the kids that are sucked into SPAC Nation, they don't really have relationships with their family anymore. All their friends are in SPAC Nation.
But you know what? It's so hard for me to do. I think because of the fact that I've always been so headstrong. So when I see people being easily like, that couldn't have happened to me when I was young. I don't feel like... No matter, and I didn't even live with my mum. I didn't grow up with my mum. Didn't grow up with my dad, and I feel as though like that still couldn't have happened to me.
I was in the streets.
Yeah, like
I would have probably moved you up. You could have not come to me with them talks. But everyone's different, isn't it? Like, and they glamorize certain things. They glamorize like designer. They glamorize things. So it's like, kids are really, because of the internet. That's a lot of them care about all of that. Whereas when we was younger, we didn't have Instagram. We didn't have things to be watching other people or caring about designer or how we look.
Yeah.
We were just comfortable. Do you get me? But yeah.
I mean, a lot of, talking of parents, I feel like parents that are like single parents, I guess. Like, imagine if you're a single parent, I guess it's hard for them to feel like they can, I don't know, because my mum's never been my mum and dad never lived with each other, but my dad's always been in my life, so I don't really, although I never had that whole like
family unit,
but I've always had another parent, if that makes sense. So I don't really know what it feels like just to have one parent.
I've got
one parent.
I've got my mum.
My parents separated when I was a teenager, but they lived 5 minutes away from each other. So I've always had my mum and my dad. But I'm a single parent now, and obviously my son has a relationship with his dad. He sees his dad or whatever. But I feel like I am two roles, because obviously my son lives with me. I have to be a prominent, strong figure just to like be there for when his dad's not there. Do you know what I mean? Because he obviously just goes to see his dad on the weekends. But
do you feel like you're able to, because you've got a boy child as well, do you feel like as a mother you're able to show him everything that he needs to like?
No, I don't think you can show your kid. That's why I have to allow him to have a relationship with his dad because there's certain things that I can't cover or I can't get through to him, or there's even just certain mannerisms and things he needs to be able to set in him because I'm a woman. Do you know what I mean? Single moms do the job, but I'm just saying that like
and a lot do fail.
There's just some conversations I just don't. I just obviously if for example his dad had passed or something, then you've got no choice. I'm the type to. I have a brother, so I could just be like, even till now, always if my son does something. I'll be like, oh, talk to him, please. Do you know what I mean? From a male's point of view, like, it's different from our point of view. We're a bit softy as well. Do you know what I mean?
I try and be hard on my son because the reality is that life isn't going to be any easier out there. So I always ensure that, like, everything that I tell my son, it's from a perspective of, listen, this is life. You have to be ready for life. I don't try and sugarcoat anything or try and make him feel as though life isn't. No. This is real life. You don't live in a fairy
because that's what they were saying. A lot of kids now, they just at school they're like, oh, if you feel, oh, it's fine. You know what I mean? Like if you feel your sats, oh, it's okay.
It's
you know
not fine.
But then they leave school now, and the real world is like,
them.
and that's why
I
they
always tell my son, you see, the world can't wait. This is my analogy that I use for my son. The world can't wait for you to turn 16 for it to pinch your nipples and spin you around.
Yeah,
and he thinks it's funny, and for him it's such a big joke. But he'll always remember that because you see, as soon as you turn 6, like that's life. It's real life. Like we're not talking about Father Christmas. We're not talking about the Tooth Fairy. It doesn't work like that.
How do you feel about co-parenting? Do you co-parent?
No, I don't. I'm a single parent. I take care of my son's sole responsibility of my son.
Is that a personal choice that you made yourself, or was that like a mutual?
It's a personal choice. Yeah, it was a personal choice, and I just feel like it's much better that way.
No, I think there's unhealthy co-parenting, which sometimes a lot of women would be like, "Fuck it, I'll do it on my own."
Yeah.
Then there's healthy co-parenting because there's no point doing it if it's unhealthy because it's going to damage the kid even more than if, do you know what I mean? If one parent just takes him and does it themselves. So it's like sometimes women have to make that wise decision to be like, I'm doing it on my own. This is just how it's going to be.
Yeah.
I understand. I fully understand that. Like, I feel like I take L's to co-parent. Like I take L's.
I can't even afford.
It's an L, but I do it just because sometimes I think to myself, it's not even fair. I'm not even letting you get away with it like this because you see kids, they go from 0 to 18 like that, and then some of them, oh, my dad wasn't about, like, men just get away with it. Then the person's the adult, they're getting on with their life, then they've got all these issues that are stemming from God knows where because the dad wasn't there.
And listen, my son has his issues, but at the end of the day, I feel
you made a decision.
I do you more good and than bad. I'll always do you more good than bad. I never ever tell him, I never ever speak negative of his dad. Like when you're old enough, you can go find out everything you need to.
Yeah.
He'll be there. Hopefully he'll be there. God willing, he'll be there. Because he has answers. He has questions that he needs to answer. So that's
I'm so emotional. Them things make me sad.
No, sometimes, you know what it is? I can't even afford to dwell. Yeah, like so many times, like my son used to wake up crying, like, I miss my dad. Like out of his sleep. So what do you say? What do you say to that?
Until you become an adult, you're like, oh my God, like broken homes damage people.
Yeah. But do you know what
But some don't. Not all the time. You can get kids from 2 parents who are together, working, mortgage, everything's patterned, and the kids are still messed up. So I'm not saying only single parents are messed, like single kids are messed up.
Do you know how I feel like my son? He's such a beautiful child. Obviously every single parent says that, but like. I feel as though he lacks so much confidence. Like he'll be like, "Oh, I look ugly,"
and that could even just be from
just not having a dad. I feel like if he had his father there, his dad could instill.
You'd be in the mirror, like
let's go barber shop together. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? But he feels like he's so ugly. Like if you tell him like your hair's so nice, he'll be like, "No, I don't like my hair," because he's got like really curly hair. He'll be like, "Oh," obviously we live in a predominantly white area, so he'll be like, "Oh, I wish my hair was like." And it's like, no, you don't. Your hair's lovely. Like your hair's so nice. Like I wish I could have that hair, kind of thing. But like he just doesn't see it, and I feel like that's why I feel father figures are. Yeah, no, really it
gives them, especially child, it gives them identity. It gives them that confidence that we probably can't give them, and just seeing an older man, like it's a good thing for a boy. It's just like a girl child being raised by a man. It's, you know what I mean? How's she gonna feel like her little girly feminine ways if her dad's just there? Do you know what I mean? So it's like I think it works both ways. But
when you both were when you both had your kids, were you both in relationships with your children's?
Yeah, I thought I was gonna get married, boy.
Yeah. No, I didn't ever feel I was gonna get married. I did because I'd say that like I always had like this first love, and I feel as though that's who I should have had that was the plan, to have my child with him. And shit just didn't work out that way. Ended up getting with my son's dad. And then, like, I think he was more just, like, fun. Because my first boyfriend, he's so laid back. Like, always knew what he wanted to do. Always just had this plan in his head of where he wanted to be. And I just never saw it. And I just wanted someone who was more fun. So I met my son's dad and it was fun. Like, we used to go here, we used to go everywhere, kind of thing. And then...
It wasn't long lasting, though.
Yeah, it wasn't long lasting.
Do you think people that aren't in relationships should have children?
People have their circumstances.
Yeah.
So I'm not really going to even overgo into it, because you can meet women in their late 30s, 40s. They got their shit together. All now they ain't found a man, but they just want a kid. Like, and they just have a kid. They know they can look after that kid till that kid's 18. They're financially set. They're healthy, whatever. So they just want to have a kid. They don't care if the man's going to be there or not. There's women like that. I've met women like that. But personally, I wouldn't want to have a kid if I'm not in a relationship.
You've learnt that way though, because of the fact that you've had it first. Like me, I've been in that
But it doesn't always work.
I get it. But do you know what? I've put myself in a situation. I'm never gonna not be married and have a child. Like, I need to have that ring first.
But I don't think that even makes a difference.
It doesn't. But
obviously, for your own, for you, it's cool. It's like me now. I already have a kid. I wouldn't just pop up pregnant to my family and be like, yeah, I'm having my second baby. They're gonna be like, with who?
Exactly.
And I'm gonna be like, that guy. They're gonna be like, where's your ring, bro? Like, I'm gonna come correct this time. Like, Mom, can you see the diamonds blinding you?
But that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
You need to come
couple
correct
months later.
time.
Do you get me? Because I know I've already made that mistake, but
not a mistake.
Not a mistake,
but
no, I see my baby that you are a mistake.
Oh
bro.
my God.
Accept it. I don't care.
No, I get that. I get it. I get what she's saying.
I'm not taking it back. He is. I don't believe in abortion or anything like that. Yeah. But if I was young, so that's why I always advise girls, don't rush to have kids. Like, get to know the person, because you and that person, whether you like it or not, you have to. You share something, and you have to. If you're like, communicate till the child's 18 and stuff, like at some point, or you're gonna have to, whatever. But it's better to take time and make sure you know the person, check their morals.
The thing is, you never really know someone until you have that baby.
Yeah, that's what they say. A baby either makes a relationship or breaks it.
Like, you never really know who you're gonna end up with, because a guy could, show you the best life, like when with no kid. But then when that kid comes, all right, can I get some money? Oh, I don't have any money. But you were showing me how much money
my eye twitched away.
You were showing me how much money you had back then. So what happened now?
I know.
And you never really know. Like, there's women who have been married for how many years and their husbands are serial killers. I know we've gone off a tangent. But you never really, really know someone.
I don't think you ever really know someone.
Yeah.
Like, ever.
No, never.
And you'll never know me too.
Yeah. So, it works both ways.
To the people out there.
I'm
joking. I'll let you know 95. But everyone always holds in that little bit. Do you know what I mean? And then situations, circumstances shows out different sides of you. Do you know what I mean? Even being like, if a man breaks your heart, you're a different woman to when you lot was happy, honeymoon stage. But now you're heartbroken, you're crazy. Yeah. They say, oh my God, this bitch is crazy. You made me crazy.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Side out of me, yeah. So yes.
Fine, crazy.
Do you think it's fair for women to take the role? Like, because you're a single parent, how do I word it?
Talking about,
like, do you feel like it's fair that you take on that sole responsibility of your child, or do you just, or you don't think it? Really matters?
You know what? I don't really look at it like, I think when when he was much younger, and because obviously as he grows older, the children become more independent. So where they're more dependent on you, I used to really hate the fact that, like, I had to look after this baby. Like, what about me? Like, I want to go on holiday and I want to do so many stuff, but I can't. Like, how many opportunities I've probably missed because I didn't have childcare. I haven't been able to attend interviews because I didn't have a babysitter. I don't really have family that stay at home family. So there's been so many times where, like, I've had to sacrifice that part of my life.
But I think it's the harsh reality of being a woman and a mum.
Yeah.
It's your job regardless. Like, men emotionally, physically, they can just detach themselves from the situation and be there. As a woman who held a child for 9 months, I'm not saying it's impossible, because it does happen. Women do give their kids away or whatever. Do you know how difficult it is to just walk away from that child, or just park your child off and just be like, no, I'm getting my life?
A man can just that question.
A man can do it easily.
He
can start again. Yeah. They can even start again. We cannot.
Of course,
we would have the burden on us, the guilt. Like, even mums who work, you just constantly feel guilty. Like, I've left my kid.
Or I don't spend enough time with him.
Men feel nothing. Like, I couldn't believe it.
My
When
son
my mum
asked
put that
me
in my
that.
head,
He
I
says-
said, I accept it now.
He says to me like, Mum, are you ever just gonna go and leave me? I said no. Why would I? He said because my dad did that. You know, he says stuff like that.
No,
And
where's
it's-
his dad, man?
No,
I
no.
feel like that to you, man.
And it's like
When you
but-
wet.
I'm gonna headlock this nigga like, you better man up, nigga.
No, and it's like, why would you, like, if I was gonna do that, I would have done it a long time ago. Like, this
Not
is
when
like
you're big
a
now.
9 going on 10 years old now. Like 10
Saying
years
that,
later.
some people do at that age just think, oh yeah, you're 10, right? You're old enough now. Just
Some
Yeah,
my
true.
business.
some kids, yeah, literally don't care. They get to a certain age,
Yeah,
they'll be
my
emotional like this now.
My friend sounds
They
like
get to a
that.
certain age. God's always got these type of kids because they always become
Matilda.
successful, and they just don't want to know the dad.
Yeah.
They really don't
Don't
care
care.
anymore. It's
'Cause they
too
understand-
late.
they
It's
get it.
literally
Yeah,
too
too
late.
late.
So any dads out there that are slacking, yeah, go get your kids, man.
But the ones that
trust
do
me.
look after their kids, big you lots up.
Yeah.
No, we're not going to big them up because that's what they're supposed to
Well,
do.
yeah, it is.
You don't
yeah,
applaud the
that's
fish
true.
for swimming.
Yeah,
You're doing,
do you know what? It's true.
you
I
know.
shouldn't even big you up. That is actually.
When Brooke speaks, yeah. I ain't even got nothing for that one.
No, I feel as though, again, back on this topic, sorry, I don't look at it in any way. I wouldn't change it for the world. I love my son so much. People used to send me like messages on thing, oh, why don't you post your son? Did you sign up to my page to look at my son?
You know
Or
what I mean?
what? Like, so, I
And then
wouldn't
they're
change
shocked.
it.
Like, wow, you got a whole 10-year-old. Yes, I have. That's what happens to me. What, you got a whole 10-year-old? Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Who's the dad? None of your
None of your
business.
business.
Don't
Yeah.
worry about it, sweetheart.
Yeah, I wouldn't change it for the world. I think me and my son have like the most amazing bond.
Yeah.
The most amazing bond. And I feel like no matter what,
And
even
that's
if
all that matters.
yeah, even if I were in a relationship or like as parents know, two parented households, mothers always play a crucial role. Even if the dad is around,
Yeah.
the child is always going to come back to mum.
Yeah.
So yeah,
It's true. Well, do you think that's for girl children as well, or just boy children?
I think it's for girls as well.
Because I find, yeah, when girls move out, like, you know, if you've got a boy and a girl and they both move out, the boy always comes
to his
back.
mum, yeah.
They always come back. Girl child, it don't matter if she got 1p in her account. She will pay her rent so she don't have to come back to your house.
100%.
It's true, you know.
I've never been back.
It's true.
now.
That's true.
Actually, I have. What am I lying? I had no choice. That's when I left my baby dad. I had no choice. Where am I going to go? I had to go home, boy. It's not even a joke. But you know when people call you women crazy baby moms because they're not letting the men.
Are
It's
you a
always a
crazy
men.
baby mum?
You'll see
Are you?
my baby father.
Are you a crazy
Will
baby?
be out
mum?
there
Yes.
calling me crazy when I don't give no shits
Fuck
about
about
him.
him.
So I don't know
Yeah.
who you're calling crazy because you're crazy. And-
You
you
actually
know,
sound crazy right now.
Yeah.
because no, but it's every woman. They've made that decision for a reason. It's
What, to be
personal.
crazy?
No, because people. I'm speaking from like guys who are not allowed to see their kids,
Yeah.
and they'll be like, "Oh, my baby mom's crazy." That's what they will say straight away.
Mm-hmm.
But we don't know why she stopped you. Do you know what I mean?
Two
So
sides to every
it's not
story.
fair to just call crazy. I mean, baby mom's crazy.
No,
'cause
but
of
you know
these
what?
little
You
things.
know what? Like there are crazy baby mums out there. I believe there are. But
Yeah, there's
I've
hella
actually never experienced
crazy
I've
baby
never
mums.
experienced that.
I'm
to be
sending
honest.
shots right now to you crazy baby moms. Yes, you.
Oh my God, like, the
Yeah,
whole-
no, I think there are crazy women.
Again,
and
there's
whatnot.
crazy baby. Oh,
But-
on the cusp is
But I
crazy.
feel like it's always warranted.
Yeah.
I don't think it's not. Doesn't come out of. No, actually, that's a lie. I feel like I think that my son's dad has probably said I'm crazy, but I don't care about him. Like I've never like he used to do certain shit like call my mum, and be like
Oh, I'm gonna tell your mama.
no, and he used to be like how are you? Like talk to my mum because my mum's really cordial with him. So he used to speak to my mum, and then he'd be like, oh yeah, so my mum used to ask him how is he? Yeah, I'm getting married, but yeah, I'm just calling you to tell you that.
Like, nobody
I
cares,
wanna
bro.
I want to take Brooke to court.
Are you on
So
crack?
yeah, and you know my mum's really laid back. My mum's laid back as hell, yeah. And she used to be like, okay, so you're calling me to tell me how happy you are in your life, and then you want to bring misery to my daughter's life.
Bye.
So
Boy,
like,
bye.
like what? And it just that used to be the essence of their
So
conversation.
he was a crazy baby
So,
dad.
yeah. So really, he was the.
Do you know,
Crazy
that's
one.
what puts me, I'm not gonna lie, yeah, that's what puts me off. Like, I don't want to be with anyone that has kids. Does that sound really shallow of me?
No, because I'm like that. Everyone says, how
Especially
can you
'cause
be
you
a mother?
don't have kids.
If I had kids, I
Don't
probably
even
would.
like. Let me give you the best advice here. If you do get with a guy that
I
has
have,
kids,
and it
get
was-
with a guy that has a baby mum like me. One who
Have a-
doesn't watch him,
Yeah.
who's moved on over 7 years ago, has had her own relationship, is now going on to the next relationship. You need to be like, there's men who have baby mums who don't watch them. You see that the men who lie, I just go round. They still live at the baby mum's house. Don't ever get it twisted, yeah. Those are the ones you stay away from because it's a problem. But if you're dating a man with kids, you just have to make sure the baby mum has moved on, had 2-3 relationships after
needs
him,
to have another kid
and
with
she don't
someone
care
else.
about him.
To be honest, the advice I'd give you is, I personally don't even date guys who have kids.
Unless you have kids.
Because only until recently, and I feel as though the reason as to why that is because most women have sole responsibility over their children Monday to Friday. Dads usually have it over the weekend. That's probably going to be your free time over the weekend.
True.
And it's always kind of going to clash.
Yeah.
So that's my reason for not being,
That
because
is
it
a
just
thing.
doesn't work. It just doesn't work.
True.
For me,
I'm
so.
mad needy as well. So when you're and it's gonna sound mad wrong of me, but like,
No, it's not.
I'm going to my.
You're
I look after
selfish.
my kids. And why?
yeah.
But you can't say
Big mum in the
you
throat.
can't
I'm
say
joking, I'm
why.
joking.
Otherwise, it sounds
Imagine
mad.
one of
Like,
them. Just leave my man alone, bro. This time it's the whole baby mum. But you know, like, no, it's definitely like, especially when you don't have kids.
Yeah.
It's better stay away from them.
Yeah,
It's just
Trust
problems
me.
that you're not even ready for, because you're gonna have to consider things that you don't even understand. For example, the baby mum shoes, his shoes, putting the kid first. Putting the kid first. You wouldn't know that unless you are actually a parent.
And
Do
you
know
know
what
what? My friend was actually dating some guy, and he used to look after his kid, like take his kid like once a week or something like that. And initially, she was like, she didn't have any kids, so she couldn't. I said to her, "Don't you think it's wrong that he only sees his child once a week?"
Yeah.
And she was like, "No, she just didn't see it." But that's because she
didn't have
doesn't have any kids. But for me personally, I feel like if you're a dad and you say you're a father, you should want to see your child more than once a week if you can. And the child's not that the child doesn't lives kind of hours away. The child lives close. And only until she had her child, then she realised, like,
actually, this is not right.
this is not right.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. So yeah.
No dating guys with kids. Confirmed.
I only date them because I don't want to have no more kids.
Yeah, but you can still have a
And
kid with
I don't mind. I
that's
just want to have a big family. Like, I got mine, you bring your 5.
Yeah, that would be nice.
5, you know.
I feel like
5, 3, 2, whatever it is.
I think that's what I would do if I had a child and I
I
broke
think I'll
up
make
with
a
the
very
parent.
nice stepmom.
So would I.
If I had a child and I broke up with the father, I would probably just go out with someone that's already got kids. It
It's
just makes
easier,
sense. It actually just makes sense.
It doesn't.
It doesn't. You don't
Not in
think?
that dating stage, it doesn't.
Because imagine you've got your kid and then your man don't have kids, and then
No, he has to have
your
kids
first
as well.
kid, like, it's just awesome.
Nah, I don't want a guy who's got a kid, you know. But I do definitely agree. I would make a good step parent because I do love kids.
I'm joking. I love mine.
What? So you don't love?
I don't babysit for nobody. Only my kid.